I went out yesterday with family, forgot sunscreen, so I am exceptionally sunburnt and not feeling the greatest. Sorry. Hi, hey, I'm Morgan, and today I'm here to bring you my June book haul. June was a much better book buying month. I only bought 8 books in the month of June, which I consider a personal accomplishment. I'm going to be a little tighter on myself when it comes to book buying. So this month I went a little lighter. First book I'm going to talk about that I got in the month of June was an ebook, a short story, and that is Kindred Spirits by Rainbow Rowell. I actually did a small review of this short story over on my channel, so I'll leave a link on the screen somewhere or in the description. This is a little contemporary short story about a girl named Alina who grew up as a massive Star Wars fan and is very passionate about Star Wars and camps out for 3 or 4 days in order to see The Force Awakens, and she expects it to be this big illustrious event with a bunch of people in line. When she gets there, she is the last person in a line that only contains 2 other people. It's very comical, very short, very sweet. I highly recommend it, and you'll see it in my wrap up this month as well. Now for physical books, I have 7 more to show you, and the first one I'm going to talk about is Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham. This is her memoir. As you can see, I'm currently reading this one. If you're not aware, Lauren Graham stars, produced, and wrote for the show Gilmore Girls. I absolutely love Gilmore Girls. I just recently finished wrapping up the Netflix revival of Gilmore Girls, so I felt like it was time to jump into this one. I'm not very far into it, but I am really enjoying it. I love Lauren Graham and I think that she's wonderful. I'm pretty sure Lauren Graham wrote and produced Gilmore Girls as well. I can't remember, but I do know that she starred as the wonderful, fast-talking, coffee-drinking Lorelai Gilmore, and this is all about how she got into acting and how she got on Gilmore Girls. I'm very excited to finish this one up. And then in this month's June Owl Crate, we actually got 2 books this month, and the first one I'm going to be talking about is New World Rising by Jennifer Wilson. This is seems like a sci-fi dystopian that follows our main character Phoenix, who watched her parents die when she was just 11 years old. She tries to live up to her mother's dying words, which were to be strong and to survive, but surviving outside of the sanctuary that she has known seems impossible when there is a group called the Tribe who wants people to either join them or die, and it's a survival story. It seems really interesting. This is the first in a trilogy by Jennifer Wilson, and it's indie published. I believe Benjamin of Tomes, his company of Tomes Publishing, put out this one, which is really exciting. And then the second book that came in this month's Owl Crate is The Sandcastle Empire by Kayla Olson. This follows our main character Eden. There was this big war on Earth, and this big group called the Wolf Pack is in control of the Earth and its resources, and the only way that Eden feels that she is able to survive is to escape to this island called Sanctuary Island, and everything seems fine until one of her friends that she goes with goes missing. So this is another dystopian survival-esque story. This apparently is giving a lot of people vibes of the TV show Lost, which is super cool. I think this one will be really enjoyable. I don't read many like dystopian survival stories because I got kind of burnt out from dystopian a few years ago, but I'm really excited to dive into this one as well as the other one that came in this month's Owl Crate. I also picked up another non-fiction book this month, and it is Vincent and Theo, the Van Gogh Brothers by Deborah Heiligman. This is just a non-fiction story telling the tale of the Van Gogh brothers, because Vincent and Theo did have a very close and a very loving relationship, and she analyzes the letters that they wrote back and forth to each other and tells just the story of their brotherhood and how they grew together and things like that. I love this cover. It's got like the Starry Night background that has Vincent and Theo's hats that they wear. Vincent van Gogh is one of my favorite artists of all time. I love reading as much about him as I can, so I'm really excited to dive into this one. I picked up a June release, and it was When Diplomat Rasheed by Sandhya Menon. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. I watched like 12 videos on how to pronounce her name because I didn't want to screw it up. This is an Own Voices YA contemporary story following 2 Indian children, Dimple and Rishi. I think it's Rishi. Dimple just graduated high school and all she wants is to be a web designer and doesn't want to follow the traditional expectations her parents have of her, and the last thing that she really wants right now is to think about an arranged marriage. And then there is Rasheed, who is a hopeless romantic and really likes to uphold these traditions and these expectations set forth by him. His parents give him the idea of going to this camp to meet his potential future wife, and he is all about it, and Dimple has no idea that that is why her parents are not hesitant at sending her to this web designer camp. And apparently it's just a really sweet coming of age story, and I'm really excited. This is the first story I've read with Indian main characters and following an arranged marriage storyline, and I'm wanting to read more diversely, so I'm really excited about this. Also, the cover art of this book is adorable. And I guess this was the month of just getting orange spines. I don't know. And then I picked up some poetry collections this month. First one I got was Whiskey, Words, and a Shovel Volume 1 by R.H. Sin, and you'll also be seeing this in my June wrap-up. This is just a small little collection of poetry. I believe this is the first volume in R.H. Sin's Whiskey, Words, and a Shovels series of poetry, and I really enjoyed this. And then the other poetry collection and the last book that I picked up this month was Black Butterfly by Robert M. Drake, and you will also be seeing this one in my wrap-up. I've just been in a poetry mood lately. This is a more artistic style of poetry. Not only do you get poems in here, but you also get like this black work, like photography type stuff. Like, it's really gorgeous, and this cover is stunning, and I'm really excited to read more Robert M. Drake. So you guys, there you have it. That was my June book haul. A pretty nice, small, short, sweet little haul. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me some comments if you've heard about any of these books, or if you're interested in picking up any of these books. If you'd like to see more of my content, you can always subscribe. I upload every Monday and Wednesday, and if you want to see my mug in any other places besides BookTube, my social media links are in the description box below. Like I said, my name is Morgan. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and happy reading. Okay, bye! Sun poisoning got me whooped.